This is lesson 28, exercise 2, word practice. All of these words have the new inflected ending, ing, which is just that final G. And most of these words also have a prefix, so you're actually going to be writing 3 strokes for these words. I do want to point out the word beginning. As mentioned when the rule was introduced, you can add the inflected ending to briefs, but you never want to add it in the same stroke to root words that are not briefs. Having said that, you can also do it in a separate stroke even with a brief. So for example, with beginning, because that's a brief, you can add the G in the same stroke, or you could do just the begin and then a second stroke, G for the ing. When you start building a dictionary in a CAT system, you'll define the final G to be the ing ending, and you'll define it to always attach to a word as that ing ending. So even if you miss it in the same stroke with the brief, you can still do it in a second stroke, and it will attach as ing because of the way you're going to enter that in your CAT dictionary. All right, I just wanted to mention that. And so here we go then with dictation of these words. Ready? Affording, arriving, amounting, collecting, approving, detouring, committing, dividing, detaining, profiting, spreading, beginning, coloring, correcting, restarting. Okay, so one thing I want you to practice, and you might want to go over this again, is making sure you hit that G quickly so that you can move on to the next word. All right, that is an extra stroke, so you're going to hit that G quickly and then move on from it. All right, now look at your steno. A lot of these words were also condensed, so you want to check and see if you got the condensed version, but that you can also read it in your steno notes. And then also you're now checking 3 strokes for a single word. So like for approving, you need to be able to know in your steno when you have that short A, you know it's the prefix, prove, and then when you see that final G by itself, you always now need to know that that final G by itself is the ing ending. So you should know quickly with practice reading your steno notes that those 3 strokes are approving. All right. So go over that again if you need to until you get used to hitting that quickly and cleanly with that ing ending. And then when you're ready, move on and we'll learn the new briefs for this lesson.